Panda tends to bite the arms of handlers in certain areas like outside the run, possibly due to stress, overexcitement, frustration, and or overstimulation. I make a point to not rush Panda straight into the run. Instead, we hang out right outside the run door and play touch. I ask for touch, show my hand, say yes when the behavior is performed, and treat after. I keep the leash loose and don't apply any force. I also keep my body moving in different directions so Panda doesn't have any suspicions on my motives. I ask for engagement like touch at a high rate and make it as fun as possible. You can see very soon that Panda feels leash pressure by mistake on my end and he resists immediately. So it's really important to avoid it. Panda has feelings about leaving the shelter premise. We do things on his terms and at his pace. I say yes for looking at me and then treat him after. I follow him where he wants to go, and honestly, I'm just happy he's brave enough to explore, inside or outside. There's actually no need to go outside for a walk if he's not ready. He's still very fearful, and confidence takes time. So he's sniffing around here, that's great. He's still mentally stimulated, he has to process information every time he sniffs. And he climbs up on the couch here, which is a good sign. He's brave enough and feels confident enough to go up on things. That's really good. Now, very soon, I open the front door of the shelter, and if he takes a step forward on his own, I say yes and treat after. I need him to know what he's getting a treat for his brave choice, for his voluntary behaviors. I open the door, he looks out, he takes a step, that's really good, and then he takes a step back. So that tells me that he wants a break. So if he wants a break from the front door, then that's fine. We do just that. We always retreat whenever he wants.
Yes.
He looks at me, yes, and treat him for that. I love that he's looking at me and checking in. Now Panda plants here when I stand close to the door, so I walked away from the door and he comes to me.
Yes.
So I mark yes for that behavior and treat him for it. We are not trying to bribe or lure him to go outside or to enter a space he doesn't want to be. We only reinforce behaviors he offers voluntarily. We only positively reinforce. In the long run, he will actually progress faster this way because there's trust and he has a true positive association to things that he used to be scared of. By forcing a dog, I swear you're just going to make things worse. Every time he looks at me or walks towards me, I capture his good choice with a yes and treat. I'm not holding any treats, I'm not bribing him. I say yes first, and then the treat comes out of my fanny pack or treat pouch after. He approaches the door himself, so I mark that with a yes, and then he exits himself to explore, and I simply follow. When he checks in, I also want to capture yes and treat, and then you'll see that he starts to check in even more. And I know that he is under threshold and not stressed because he's able to still connect with me. So it's really important to always capture a dog's voluntary choice to engage, because it's like having a conversation. Like, are you still with me? Yes? Good. Here's a treat. And again, it is not bribing because I'm not holding a treat to my face. My treats are in my pocket, in my pouch, in my hand that's behind my back, but I'm not waving it in the air. He is voluntarily checking in with his eyes, and I am rewarding him for that good choice. Now he's having a positive experience. He's not stressed, and he can engage with me. When he wants to go back inside, we do. He always gets to retreat to safety if he wishes. I always want to end on a positive note. So we end it there. Good job, Panda.